we've got our final look at Pixar's upcoming Lightyear, the Toy Story spin-off that charts the adventures of the in-universe movie hero which inspired the Buzz Lightyear toy. And we're finally starting to get a bigger picture of the film at hand. In this video, we'll break down the trailer and go over some brand new info just released on the film. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already to keep up with all my content and all the latest cartoon news. First, the trailer opens with a couple of stunning shots of Lightyear's 70s sci-fi infused world, very much resembling something seen in Star Wars. Excitingly, we actually get to hear a whole lot more of Buzz's voice in this one, with the trailer opening with Buzz delivering a mission log on his wrist comms. This of course is a terrific throwback to the original Toy Story, where we see Buzz the toy delivering mission logs while in his delusional phase, believing himself to be the real Buzz Lightyear that we're finally getting to see in this movie right here. Also, I love how the wrist comms look in this movie. They're almost exactly like the one on the toy, but in a much higher detail. There has once again been a little confusion over this film. Of course, Lightyear does not depict the toy Buzz Lightyear that we all know and love, but the Buzz Lightyear that the toy was based on. This has of course been made a little bit more confusing thanks to contradictory statements made by the filmmakers and previous plot synopses, some making it sound to be a movie about the in-universe real-life hero who inspired the toy, and others making it out to be the in-universe fictional movie that inspired the toy. At a recent filmmaker presentation for press, director and screenwriter Angus MacLane finally put the issue to rest, noting, "One day after eating corn on the cob with my father, I saw a movie that changed my life. Star Wars. And after I saw Star Wars, all I wanted to play was Star Wars. All I wanted to draw was Star Wars. Star Wars was my religion, and it lasted for years. But Star Wars was only the beginning of a string of sci-fi classics that defined my childhood. It seemed like every year there was another genre-defining classic, and then in 1995 I saw another film that changed my life, Toy Story. Now you remember in Toy Story, Andy had a birthday party. His favourite gift was a character that he loved, Buzz Lightyear the Space Ranger, and it was a toy that would redefine playtime for Andy. And I've always wondered what movie Buzz was from. Why couldn't we just make that movie? So that's what we did, presenting Lightyear, the movie that Andy saw that changed his life. Andy's Star Wars, a sci-fi epic designed to inspire a new generation. Now, in our film, Buzz is not a toy, he's a human. This is the real Buzz Lightyear, the character. This also should fully explain and hopefully rationalise with some viewers why this Buzz has a different voice, of course provided here by Captain America himself, Chris Evans. In our real world, it's very rare that talking toys are voiced by the A-listers who played the character in the movies. Sure, some Toy Story figures have the real voices, but most of them do not. Likewise, you'll find various Captain America figures on the market without Evans's voice. The Lightyear in the movie also looks a little different, but this can also be put down to the real-life phenomenon of different versions of the same character existing in a franchise at one time. Again, if we take Captain America for example, the character appears not only in the movies, but cartoons and comics and other extended media. It's likely the Lightyear toy Andy has in Toy Story is simply based on a different version of the character, more than likely from the in-universe Buzz Lightyear of Star Command cartoon or the in-universe Buzz Lightyear video game. With that out of the way, the new trailer finally introduces us to some new story details. Instead of just the surface level looks that we've been getting, a newly released synopsis reads, "The definitive origin story of Buzz Lightyear, the hero who inspired the toy. Lightyear follows the legendary Space Ranger after he's marooned on a hostile planet 4.2 million light years from Earth, alongside his commander and their crew. As Buzz tries to find a way back home through space and time, he's joined by a group of ambitious recruits and his charming robot companion cat, Socks. Complicating matters and threatening the mission is the arrival of Zurg, an imposing presence with an army of ruthless robots and a mysterious agenda." The trailer certainly gives us a good glimpse into this story. My favourite part about it is the newly revealed time travel element, which sees Buzz stranded on a rogue planet for the equivalent of 64 Earth years and having to race back to his own time. Having him chased down by the evil Emperor Zurg is just the icing on the cake. It's everything I've wanted from this movie and more. We of course get new looks at new worlds, all of which seem very Star Wars, as well as new creatures, most of which appear to be robotic henchmen of some form or another. There are classic Zurg bots in their new designs, and some kind of Zurg insect mechas. We also get some brand new looks at Zurg himself, who is now being depicted as a gigantic robot, certainly fitting for his empirical title. Here he'll take on a Darth Vader-like role as he tyrannically hunts down Buzz and his crew. On the new iteration of Zurg, character art director Greg Peltz had this to say: "Adapting Zurg for our movie was a tall order. The original design from Toy Story 2 is iconic, and we wanted to draw from that source material as much as possible. But at the same time, our movie has a look that is more mature and detailed than the original toy version of the character. We needed our Zurg to fit with the hard-boiled sci-fi world that we had created. But above all, Zurg, he needs to be a threat. His design has to be intimidating so he could carry the menace and the presence our story demanded. Taking all of those goals together, reimagining the character as a giant robot was a natural fit for the character and the world he occupies. And another reason Zurg's a robot, it's cool. Zurg's design was, of course, influenced by our existing style, but he also needed to be visually distinct. So, in addition to our other sci-fi inspirations, Zurg also takes cues from super robots and mecha in Japanese anime, which I am personally a huge fan of. Zurg is a force to be reckoned with in our movie, and he has a crazy array of awesome features that you'll get to see him use in the film. Most importantly though, Zurg's new mechanized form doesn't mean that he's a mindless automaton. He is still a fully rounded character, just like the rest of our cast. Pixar have also announced that Zurg will be voiced by veteran actor James Brolin. One wonders if Pixar attempted to get his son, James Brolin, Thanos from Marvel's Avengers, for the role, pitting Brolin and Evans against each other once again. Regardless, James Brolin will be a great fit here, and I can't wait to see what he brings to this role. We also finally get some brand new looks at the new characters, which includes the likes of Uzo Aduba as his commander and best friend Alicia Hawthorne, Peter Son as Socks, Buzz's companion robot Cat, Mary McDonnell-Lewis as his onboard computer Ivan, and Keke Palmer, Taika Waititi, and Dale Soules as Izzy Hawthorne, Mo Morrison, and Darby Steele, a group of ambitious recruits known as the Junior Zap Patrol. All in all, this movie, described as Pixar's first science fiction action adventure, is looking fantastic overall. This is a world I am super excited to jump into, not only because of the Toy Story meets Star Wars angle, but because it seems like a genuinely good animated sci-fi. Even without a tentpole character, I would be very excited for this one. Best thing about this trailer is that it finally confirms that Lightyear will open only in theaters, including IMAX screens, finally putting an end to the Pixar Disney Plus curse, which saw the studio's last 3 films delegated to the streamer without a wide option for theatrical viewing. Thankfully, we will all be able to see Lightyear as it was intended on the biggest screen possible, and it's absolutely a movie that lends itself to the experience. And at that, I want to know your thoughts on Lightyear. Are you excited about this one, or are you still on the fence a little bit? Fire away with those thoughts down in the comments below, and also don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out some more recent cartoon news linked on your screen right now.